there, my name is Dan, and this is my review of Manifest Destiny Volume 1, Flora and Fauna, and Volume 2, Amphibia and Insecta. I usually just do, like, mini reviews on my channel under This Week in Review, and I go over all the books I read for that week. But upon reading this series, I thought to myself, I have not heard anybody else talk about this series on YouTube. And not only YouTube, but BookTube either. I have not heard anyone talk about this. And it's an amazing series. I'm just so surprised that I had not heard anybody talk about this amazing series. So I was like, I definitely have to review this series. But first off, I want to give you the basic premise of this series. It's basically about Lewis and Clark exploring the Louisiana Purchase. And the first volume, Flora and Fauna, is telling how they're meeting at this fort. They plan on meeting up with Sacagawea. Of course, they don't say right away that that's who they're going to meet. And upon arriving at the area where the fort is, they run into some, this mysterious thing going on that has caused all the settlers of the fort to just mysteriously disappear. Well, not all of them. I don't want to spoil it because I'm not going to tell you exactly what happened there. But this is where they meet Sacagawea, and they learn that this land is a little more mystical than the colony part of the United States, the East Coast. So they kind of realized, they kind of had a feeling they were going into something a little different, but they realized they're a little more in over their heads. So this debut book, I just have to say, the artwork is amazing, and I thought this was a great idea. It kind of gets people a little more interested in American history, even though it's not like totally like real American history, because it does contain mystical like things. But I thought it was a great telling of an otherwise, kind of boring, maybe historical event. I did rate this one 5 out of 5 stars. I definitely think if you're into fantasy or if you're into sci-fi, alternate, histories, I think you would definitely like this series. So I would definitely check out that one. Now, Volume 2, while I did not think it was as good as the first volume, of course, they're breaking down each volume in every so many books about the different types of life forms they're discovering in the Louisiana Purchase. Now, this one, they discover, amphibians and bugs. They're a little bigger than we tend to, notice that these creatures are. So this one, like I said, it was just not as good as the first volume, but it still piqued my interest where I wanted to keep on reading this, and I'm really excited about this series. I think that I can't wait to check out Volume 3, and I hope it's just as good as these first 2 volumes. This one, I will admit, I only rated 4 out of 5 stars. But in this, I have to also say that this is not safe for children. It is a mature. They go over different subject matter that's just not appropriate for kids. So I hope you guys will check out this series. It's definitely worth reading. And like I said, I'm surprised that I haven't heard any other people talk about this on YouTube, let alone BookTube. So I definitely really like this series, and I think, if you're into, even westerns or, alternate histories, I think you should definitely be checking out this series. It's one of those ones that I don't understand why people aren't talking about it, why other people aren't reading it, because it was pretty damn good. Well, thank you for watching, and until next time, later, guys.